Oh dear. Well, it's kind of like a blog this evening. If you notice, I've got my new maroon top on. The old red top, white shirt. Oh, I'm bloody so tired. I've got aches everywhere, like arthritis or something. Now, what are you supposed to do with that? Get over it, you know. Be tough. Be tough. Fight it off. Doesn't hurt. Come on, you sap. Be tough. That's all there is to it. Anyway, so I'm making this blog, not playing any music, because I was waiting for this pullover to arrive today. It's only about £13. Look at this. Can't get anything to work right. Oh, if I told you about that computer, what I was just doing with it. How annoying that Google. Oh my god. I hate that fucking Google. It's so crap. I went in the other room, left my computer on. Went in the other room, watching TV for an hour or two. Come back in here. Try to click on something. Everything's fucking stopped, you know, because Google can't function, can it? It just does what it likes. It's like something that's been invented, but it's not been tested. It's not regularly tested by anybody. It's down to us, you know. We pay for it, yet it's us that has to kind of keep repairing everything. And this has been the problem I've discovered now about the internet, and everything about it is sick. It's wrong. First of all, there was no need to buy antivirus per year, £30, $60. That could have been included in your computer software, and it could last forever, and it'd stop every virus getting in. That's the first thing. But no, they had plenty of money out of me buying those fucking different ones, you know. I've had Kaspersky, I've had Norton Antivirus another time. I've had AOL, I've had AOL's virus, antiviruses, McAfee it's called. I've had paying a monthly charge for McAfee or a weekly charge for it. You know, they think of every fucking trick to steal money off you. When the whole thing is supposed to work, it's supposed to be like a television, right? Now, you turn your television on, you don't need antivirus, do you? Or anti-static, or anti-fucking aircraft fucking guns, or anti-TV fucking jumping up and down, or TV turning itself off and back on again, or anti-hard drive fucking problems. And that's the problem, because this thing that you've got in front of you, it should be classified as TV. All the standards that apply to the TV, like in the other room, should be applied to this. That's where they've got around it on the internet. Instead of just having it free and paying, like, for your TV, your license, £120 a year or whatever it is, crafty bastards out there are taking £15 a week for this from me. £60 a month, £15 a week. That's fucking expensive when you think about your television license. You're not being charged that. It doesn't even work out at like 30 pence per week for a television license. Then after that, it's just your electricity, you know, how much electricity your television's using, and same with your computer. Well, the crafty bastards, the telephone companies, you know, Virgin Media, all of them, they're getting their fucking whack out. They're getting plenty of money when they shouldn't be getting anything, because the whole fucking lot of it should be nationalised. It should be made like into a TV. And when you get your computer, it's down to the shop to come and check your fucking equipment out and make sure it's all working. And it goes online without any hassle whatsoever. Whereas, what really happens is, you have nothing but hassle. You're always having to fuck around with Google Chrome. All the time there's problems with it. Internet Explorer's the same. It's shit. So let's be right about this, which is my opinion of Bill Gates now. He made a lot of money. He's not a fucking qualified computer scientist, you know. He hasn't been to university properly and got a degree in fucking electrical engineering or in, you know, making software. He's a kind of fucking a bodger, a guy who's fucking having a go at making an operating system and employing people, and maybe he devised it himself or something, but he still wasn't like an accredited fucking electrician, an accredited computer software engineer. And that's been the basis of all this, where they talk about how brilliant they are and how much money they've earned. That's only because arseholes started to buy these fucking things 20 years ago. Oh, I've got to have a computer. Oh, I've got to have one. Oh, I'll have to have a computer. You know, technically minded fucking idiots, you know. And I knew 20 years ago the idiots would buy them. And the idiots would do what industry wanted. And then what happens is those idiots get used by the companies, because then they know they've got, like, the computer has been purchased, then they've got to get on the internet, then they've got to buy all these fucking routers and all this shit. And that's what it was like at the beginning. The routers, using the telephone line. And I have seen the setup software for these telephone line things. The early days of AOL, it was fucking horrendous. The SOC system, the PPS system, the up your fucking ass system, the hundreds of fucking names for shit you don't need to know. Because when you turn your television on, you don't need to know anything. You don't need to know what the cables are called, how wide they are, which, is it British standards, is it European standards, is it the German DIN standard, is it American fucking standard? And let's be honest about it, none of these fucking standards are good enough or high enough, they're all shit. So, that's my opinion on it now. This is after 7 years of fucking struggling every day with a stupid thing called a computer and a pile of shite called the internet. And the joke is when they get the kids at school and they're telling them this is the internet, the super highway, you know. It's not a fucking highway. You know, a super highway, you know, like it's a road. You know, it's not. It's a piece of fucking electrical engineering, some cables that go down pipes. And basically it should just work like your television works, without any hassle. Just turn it on and on it goes. And what they're all doing, why they're all so crafty, is that the people who sell this shit are all avoiding liability. They're all fucking saying, oh, you get a year's warranty on your computer. Fuck off. A year's warranty on a £500 piece of equipment or a $1,000 piece of equipment, that's just not on. It's impossible. And the same with cars. The whole fucking business of car manufacture was to pass on a faulty fucking product, a product that's falling to pieces all the time as soon as you start getting it onto the road, passing the liability away from the manufacturer and the shareholders who've made the car, like Ford or Chrysler or Peugeot or Renault, and passing it over to the fucking garage, you see. And so what they do is they trick you. The liability, the burden of responsibility is on the manufacturer of the product. And of course it's a product that just starts falling to pieces. Fucking tyres start to wear out, fucking suspension starts to fuck up, you name it. Which is all great for people who are in the business of making money as a mechanic or as a little garage. Fine for them. But even for them, they've got like a huge investment in tools and space and all kinds of hydraulic lifts and all kinds of things to fix a car. So it costs them a fortune to have the infrastructure. You've only got to go into a garage to see what they require. And then they've got to try and make money on it. So to make money on it, you've got to charge a lot for basically, you know, a small fix. So that's it, you know. I didn't really mean to sort of get on about this subject. I just, it's because I've just spent 20 minutes again messing about with Google, clicking on this, clicking on that. It's not there, you see. It's in the wiring, not in the software on your monitor. Try to click something off, click something on, and they're not there because they're just like, what it is, it's like a ghost, it's like a shadow that's still on your monitor, like a cartoon character that's on your monitor. It makes you think, it makes you think that what you're looking at is software that's working like a switch, but it isn't working because there's nothing there. And sometimes there is something there and you click and it will switch, and sometimes you click and there's nothing there and it won't switch. That's when you start getting mad, because you know you've got to restart the whole thing. So you turn it off, restart, up comes all your instructions again from the hard drive, no less, telling you to start again. So you click again and off you go. That doesn't happen to your TV. TV don't keep going offline, or, you know, off. It doesn't keep going off and then you have to wait 20 minutes to get it back on again, or 5 minutes, you know. And then it comes up and then it doesn't fucking work properly. You can't get different stations only after about 20 minutes of pressing buttons. That's the point I'm trying to make. So it's a pile of shit, wasn't it? And of course they knew all this. Like, the American military wouldn't have the fucking crap. They made all this so like the American military could send each other emails, you know. And probably every country in the world, when they've got their generals and their military, they'd like to use a telephone. But they realise that somebody can come along and fucking go along to the telephone cable and fucking tap into it, you know, and listen to what they're talking about. Now, that could be a telephone company, but it could be fucking anybody, you know, anybody with a bit of technical know-how and a bit of equipment could start listening in. So, because the generals and the military, they didn't like that, did they? Anyway, so let's just assume that all these military personnel fought Meade and in Britain, wherever it is, it don't really matter. They got the computers, you know, when they first get them you think, oh, wow, look at this. This system. And they probably had webcams as well, you know, all set up where you can look at each other as well. But when they actually got to using them, it started to go and it wouldn't work. And I thought, hey man, you know, I've fucking got an important message I want to send to this lieutenant over there, or I want to send this to a guy in the Navy about some fucking bombs that we want to fucking put on a ship. Stuff like that. That's classified information in it, military. And so they're like with this fucking computer, this email system, and they send it and they've got a reply, oh yeah, got your email, thank you. Then what happens is, then might not be anybody there, so they're back to telephone again. And then they're worried that the telephone's going to get fucking tapped into, not just like from foreigners, from the enemy, but from your own fucking people and your own spies who are helping the enemy, who are tapping into fucking things, you know, and engineers work for BT and different companies. They're all fucking listening in the telephone calls because they just fucking sit in the van, don't they? They just route it in. Got the equipment in there, they're testing it out, listening to a phone call. I'm thinking, fucking hell, this guy knows more about it than fucking military does and the Prime Minister. Well, I do. Of course I know more about it, because when you get on computing, you fucking start using the internet and you find out all this stuff. But that's all brilliant. That's all people have put up lots of information and typed it all out and made websites. Can't knock that. The thing I'm knocking is the browsers don't work. The Google don't work. Internet Explorer's fucking shit. It just does for a while and then you can't do more than one or two or have tabs. And I had AOL and it did everything, and then something went wrong with it and then it had to be fixed. And they didn't tell me that they would fix it, that the engineer would come out and he could fix it for me. Or I forgot. And so all these problems, they're not my problems. The problems of the company, the problems of your contracts, you know, they're paid to come out, they get their money, and then they come out and they fix your TV, or they fix your aerial, right? Fix your connection. And so the same thing applies to the internet. Anyway, so I thought I'd just pass that on to you. I'm really tired this evening, my eyes are killing me. I was just going to go to bed, you know, for a hard day today. So, then, and of course I'm getting this really good feedback from people, particularly in France, who are saying, fucking Google, it's de la merde, they call it, which is shit. Always problems, fucking crap, can't make it work. And of course that's the whole point, isn't it? Like, if the government's had any sense, they'd have taken control of the browsers and made some browsers of their own. They could go down the government browser. At least then you've got the knowledge that the quality should work, and then you can complain to the government if it's not working properly. Because I don't know if anybody's ever complained to Google or Internet Explorer or that other piece of shit there, what's it called? Firefox. Because nobody knows where they are. At least now Google, you know, they've got like an office in London and they're in fucking San Francisco, you know, miles away. And then what are they going to do? They're just going to say, oh, we can't help you, you know. Make a telephone call and say, well, just fuck off. Sort it out yourself like everybody else does. That's not a service, is it? That's shit. Shit with the fucking complicity of all the employees, all the shareholders, the fucking governments, a lot of them. Because the truth is, they couldn't make a fucking pair of shoes properly, or they couldn't make like a cup like this. Like, see this? Cup. That's like real engineers have to spend fucking years with plastics. And they have to get like plastics and process them in a big factory from oil, right? So somebody's changed that from oil to that and put some colouring in, right? And it's heat resistant. So they've even tested it and done all that. When it comes to internet, they didn't bother with that. The companies involved just thought, well, as long as we don't get sued for a lot of money, then we're alright, aren't we? We can perpetrate this fucking crap. And then what happens is you have like half an hour of struggling with everything. Then you switch it all off, turn it back on again, and it starts to work. So it's okay. But that's the point, isn't it? The point is that what happens with your television? Television always works. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. So fucking sue them, you know. Get them into local court. Sue for £20, £30, £50. If you look at how many hours you spend clicking on things that don't work and make you exasperated and annoyed. And then people say, oh, do you think computers make children aggressive? Oh, the answer is yes. Because they'd have no patience whatsoever. If you're getting problems like this, they'd be completely and utterly stressed to the eyeballs, their eyes aching, everything. When they go out to play and they're throwing a ball to each other, it's a wonder they can even catch it, you know, because of all stress of being near a computer. So that's my little speech for today.